Welcome back, I'm Carrie. This is Keep It Simple DIY. I'm going to prep about a week's worth of lunches because it is back to school season, and whether you are going back to school or back to work, just like every other day, we all need lunches. So I'm going to focus on cold lunches that can be brought on the go with an ice pack that you don't need to heat up in the microwave. So let's get out some stuff and let's start making lunch. I got out everything that I think would work really well for a cold lunch. I did get out carrots and they have seen better days, so I threw them away. But let's see what we can do here. So I think I'm going to start by sorting things. So I have some tortillas, I have some zero net carb little tiny tortillas, and I have some bread. So those can all go together. And then I already have like the meats together. I have some different chip options, some breakfast options, because I don't like to eat breakfast before I leave the house. I just eat it sometime throughout the day. So let's see, for breakfast, we're gonna start there because that's easy. It's breakfast or snack throughout the day. So for breakfast, some options, kind of depending on how hungry I am. I have rice cakes. These are the caramel ones. They don't have very much nutrition to them, but they are low calorie. So if I'm wanting something light, or later in the day, if I'm wanting like a sweet treat, this is a good option. I also have graham crackers for the same reason. This is only one, but I do have more that I can grab. I grabbed out a Nature Valley bar. This also goes on the snack or breakfast. And then I have some higher protein items. I have some Fit Crunch bars. It's apple pie and peanut butter and jelly. I really like their peanut butter one, but I'm trying to avoid chocolate because I think it's giving me migraines. And then I've got pure protein bar and, oh, peanut butter dark chocolate. We don't want that. I'm gonna put this one back. Okay, got it swapped out for salted caramel nut. And I also got out just some little snacky items. I'm not bringing this many to work, but I always like to have a few little sugar items just in case, fruit snacks. You know, something that will just like help me get my sugar up, especially if I'm somewhere without air conditioning or it's a really hot day. So I'm going to grab out just a few of these things and then I'm going to put these back. I also have a few of those like wintergreen mints because just in case I want one of them, they're there. I'm feeling a little bit better about being organized. So now on the fruit side, I have some applesauce. There's more applesauce in the fridge if I need it. I have sliced peaches and mandarin oranges just in the can. So I got out some little containers so we can do that. I also grabbed out some raisins, some peanuts, and some sweet gherkins. These are really the only option for a vegetable I have for lunch, unfortunately, because the carrots went bad. I do have salads, but I found that throughout the day, unless you're putting something in the fridge, salads just don't last that long with just an ice pack. It's not necessarily my favorite, so I think what I'm going to do is get some of these into these containers, and I hope this isn't like too much stuff all over the place for you. But my thought process is just fill one container and then throughout the week keep refilling it. Whoa. These are all stuck together. I had to make some like cinnamon raisin swirl bread. That sounds delicious. Maybe we'll do that when we start Shelf-Timber. Okay, there's one down. Maybe let's do some nuts as well. I have honey roasted too, but I think we're gonna go with just salted. Fun fact, if you're making peanut brittle, use honey roasted instead of regular. It makes it so delicious. Okay, put these away. So I also have some chips. I have Quest protein chips. These have 19 grams of protein, and then Atkins protein chips. They have 4 grams of protein. These are cheaper, they don't taste as good, and they have a lot less protein. They're not like cheaper enough to justify the difference in how much protein though, so I don't think I'm gonna be buying Atkins again, but the Quest chips are delicious. They are a little expensive, so I always get them when I can get a deal. We got a crunchy snack, we got a fruit snack, not this kind, like fruit. We've got a salty snack. We've got something else that's kind of healthy. I do need to get some pickles out. Uh-oh. I don't think they're gonna fit in this. I can make them fit. I can cut them. I mean, this counts as a vegetable, right? It's a cucumber. Pull it in. I think I'm gonna do the same with the peaches, and then I'm gonna hold off on the mandarin oranges for now. Okay, I might need to actually put this into multiple little ones because I don't want to store the can in the fridge. Let's grab a fork and divvy this up. It's all about like little portions for lunch. I'm just remembering that I like to bring a bunch of different cold drinks with me when I leave the house on days in the summer. I'm headed into a week that's a little bit different than most of my weeks are. So trying to work with having a different week and making sure to bring everything that I like to. Okay, I'm debating, do I add the juice? And I think I'm going to add a little bit of it. It can't hurt unless it spills, right? Okay. Mandarin oranges are prepared. I think that we've got everything that needs one of these, unless I use an egg. Egg is questionable. If I'm bringing an egg, I have to eat it really soon. Like, it's not gonna last very long without the fridge. I'm gonna put these back. And before I forget, I'm going to make myself some iced tea. Okay, who am I kidding with that little container? I use these family size packs, and so I need to use a quart jar, and then I can just pour, oh gosh, from the quart jar into that smaller container. So I am going to add some scoops of Sweet and Low. I just do 3 scoops to make it sweet tea. And then I think I'm gonna need to add some water to this. If you're wondering, 28 ounces is what fits into there. Even though a quart is 32 ounces, 28 ounces gets up to about the rim, including having that packet in there. So 28 ounces it is. Alrighty, back at it. We are done with these little guys. I did put 2 of the not mandarin oranges, peaches in the fridge because I figured I didn't need it. So now I'm thinking we have, this is basically everything for sides for a day. And then one of the things I'm going to be bringing is tuna. Sometimes I bring this with toast, sometimes crackers. So one lunch is going to be tuna with crackers. I need to grab some more crackers though. Ooh, scratch that. Do I want to, I'm debating with tuna. Do I do it with crackers? And the debate is crackers don't have a lot of nutrition. But then something else that I do sometimes is I'll toast bread, and I'll bring just toasted bread, and then I will put the tuna on it. Now, I had some tuna last year and I cannot find it anywhere. It was, I think, Bumblebee, but the packet stopped about here. It was the same like deli style salad type of thing, but the packet stopped and then there was a spoon, and it was like a spoon that folds in half, and it was fantastic. I could not find them this year. There's the tea. So we're going with this, and I would do this on bread, and then I think we're good for that day's meal. Bring some chips, bring all these things, and one day is down. As long as I'm bringing one of these bars for breakfast. Doesn't really matter which one. On another day, something else that works really good is this Laughing Cow cheese, putting this on bread and then putting some turkey on it. And then if you have lettuce, use lettuce. I don't have any, well, I have lettuce in a salad, so I might be able to pull some out and put it on the sandwich. Don't put tomato on your sandwich because it will definitely get not the right consistency, but that works out really well. I also have some cheese, but cheese like this is higher in calorie, and I like how this one gets creamy. And then I have some roast beef, which is really why Milo's up here. So let me pause real quick and share with the cat. I have moved stuff all around. I took a break for a second just to think through what I was going to bring with me. And so it seems that every single day I want to bring with these few things. Ooh. So I'm going to pick, I have this lunchbox that has 2 parts. I like that because I can put the snacky things that I might not eat that day in the top part, and then the things that need to be cold in the bottom. So I'm going to take the raisins and, what are these called? Peanuts. Stick them in here. Kind of just try to get things out of the way. Now the peaches and pickles need to be cold. So I am going to put these down here. I made sure to bring a fork and a spoon, and I'm thinking I need to bring a napkin too. So I'm also going to put an applesauce just in the top portion because that's not going to harm anything to be in there. And then I'm going to bring a few different protein options, protein bar options. So if I want, I don't need to bring this many. Maybe let's bring 3. Well, 4 because I can't decide. So I'm going to put 4 in here. It's kind of like whatever I don't eat on one day, I'll be eating on the next. And we just keep filling. One day I'm going to do a tortilla with cheese and turkey and then maybe lettuce inside as well, like a roll up. I'm not gonna make that yet because I have a few days and I don't want to have everything like kind of get soggy together, but I'll make that in a few days. Nothing fancy. I'm literally just going to put cheese down, put turkey down, yeah, and then roll it up. So that's one. And then another day I'm going to do these 0 carb tortillas with Laughing Cow cheese and roast beef. Something that I really love doing that isn't exactly this is taking roast beef, putting it on a tortilla, low carb or regular, and then putting guacamole, which I have in the fridge, but like it's not gonna last very well. If I had those individual portion guacamoles, I would bring them and dip it. And that's what I've done in the past, but I don't happen to have those. I don't happen to have hummus. I do happen to have a cat on the counter though. So if I had guacamole in those little containers, I would totally be doing roast beef in here and dip it. I probably wouldn't do the Laughing Cow cheese then, just the roast beef. Something that's really good with it though is putting onions in it too. So I might add onions, but I'm going to hold off on making that one too. Literally just going to smear some cheese on, add some roast beef. Probably just like have 2 of these, put one on top, one on bottom. Next up is just crackers and tuna, go-to staple. I need to pick out some more crackers. I'm going to save this one and I'm going to make my favorite one next. Okay, next up is the sandwich, and I'm going to use this for tomorrow, so it's the only one I'm going to make today. What I like to do is toast my bread before I leave the house, which I'll do it now for tomorrow. We're a little ahead of schedule, hopefully it doesn't get too soggy, but let me toast these. I think this has a pull spot. There we go. The tea is done brewing. I will put it into that container once it's cooled down. I'm just going to leave it on this hot pad to cool down, and then I'm going to use, gosh, is it even going to fit? I'm going to use like cold packs for the lunchbox and then also like ice cubes that are not ice for the tea. I won't do that until the morning though. Let me grab some more. Okay, our bread is now out of the toaster. It's a little on the warm side, so I don't want it to be too warm when I put it in the fridge, so I don't want it to get soggy. Milo smells the meat, which is why he's over here. I like this light Laughing Cow cheese because it has such a creamy texture. It's like a mix between cheese and cream cheese. It's delicious and it's only, I think, 30 calories. So that is fantastic. Question is, do I want to put it on both sides? And I think that's a yes. It kind of looks like mayonnaise going on, but like doesn't have the calories of mayonnaise. We're gonna make it work. I'm going to get some lettuce on there so that I have some crunch. Never ever put a tomato on it. You can bring a tomato and then put it on later, but tomatoes will make it go soggy. Something that I did last year that was really awesome is I made little sliders, like ham and cheese sliders that I baked, and they were so good, and then I was able to bring them as leftovers. I might wanna do that again soon. All right, let's see here, stick this there. And we did it. Now the thing is, how are we going to fit everything in here? Maybe I'll put this here, or maybe I can find one that doesn't have enough air in it. That was a great idea. There was one right on top. I'm gonna throw this one in here, see if it'll fit. And then we have room to just set these down and put the sandwich on top. And then tomorrow I will put the cold thing in. I'm not sure how it'll fit though, but I will figure that out tomorrow. And we have ourselves a lunch. So what I like to bring with me anytime I leave the house is my water bottle. I fill this up at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's usually all I need to fill it up. If I'm leaving in the morning, I will also bring my greens. So I will probably do greens here because it's green. Not that it matters. And then I like to bring tea if I'm going to be out like past lunchtime past like noon, especially if I'm going to be out in my car or out somewhere hot. So I'm going to bring tea as well, and we have ourselves some lunches. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any other lunch suggestions, please leave them down below because I need all the suggestions I can get for the next few weeks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I only really made one of the sandwiches, but the other ones come together super quick and easy. I will make those over the next couple of days. And then I have a few more days that I need to be packing a cold lunch. Usually I pack like a warm lunch, just the leftovers or a single serve freezer meal, but I have a few more days where I need to do cold lunches. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. And if you're interested in some other lunch videos, I'll leave some here. And if not lunch but dinner, I will leave some dinner videos here. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.